Hi everyone, it is me, Jordan Long here, and today I'm going to talk about, you know, how a lot of folks, make a big deal or guilt you or shame you about not choosing. They're like, oh well, you should choose. Sorry for clearing my throat, but it is what it is. And it goes down something like this. So, it's a big choosing this year. Oh, the big choosing this year, Jordan. Yes, it is, Paul. It is a big choosing year. Well, who you going to choose for? You going to choose for Donald Trump or Kamala Harris? Well, I'm going to choose for neither. And to be honest with you, I don't choose in any choosing. I never chose the four sitter. I never chose any of the elders or the folks in the Winnemalt. you know, and we can not stop there. I never chose for any of the Reich elders or any of the elders or folks in the Winnemalt or the High Devers, and I never chose for the share elders, you know, or the folks in the Winnemalt or the High Devers or the Burrers, the Burgermeister, we'll call it, and the folk and the Winnemalt and the High Devers. Well, you should choose. Well, no, I should not choose. If one wants to choose, then that is one's business. One does have the freedom, or I guess the right, to choose if it is a folk right. But I choose not to. And I got my grounds sake of why. Well, why don't you choose? Well, there's way too many lawmaking gatherings. Two, which say someone out there didn't like that you chose for Donald Trump or Kamala Harris or whatever, and they learned about it. Well, all they can know is you chose unless you tell them. But I just don't, and here's my other grounds. I just don't think that I'm going to upset the apple Wayne. It's not like that my yes or no to Donald Trump or Kamala Harris this 11th month is going to really shift anything. You know, yeah, well, what if everyone didn't choose? Well, if everyone chose not to choose, then I guess the folk right would be fucked, because in a folk right you have to choose. But then luckily a lot of folks always do choose, either by one of those wire in choosing, going to one of those tolls and choosing, or whatever they do it. Well, you should choose because you're having to say who's going to be the head of Reich, the head of Lamo, the head leadership arm. You know, yeah, but that might be true, but you don't have a say in what they do once they get in there. You might have a say of who's heading it up, but not what they're doing during those 4 years. You know. And don't get me started, because there's going to be other lands out there. And I hope you're not one of those folks that think there should be some gathering law that says everyone should choose. And if so, then that would mean the Reich, Shears, and Nears would have to uphold that law, even if they didn't like it or not. Oh no, I'm not one of those folks out there, Jordan, that thinks that there should be some gathering law that makes everyone choose. That would make everyone choose in gathering Reich, Shear, and Near chooses because it was a law. I'm not one of those folks. And you always keep hearing about our folk rights out there saying our folk rights greater than yours because everyone shifted out to choose. But that was only because they made a law where if you didn't choose, then you were an outlaw in their eyes. But luckily, the before One Reich's never had any law like that. Yeah, well, I just don't like choosing. I just keep out of it. Not really much is going to shift. A little things here and there might shift. The income might go down a little. Your income toll might go down a little. But yeah, at the end of the day, that's the only things that might shift. It's not like big things are going to happen. Just small things like that. So I just keep out of it. So if you are one of those folks that chooses and Gavin Reich here and there chooses, great for you. But I unlook your right to choose. As long as you unlook my right not to choose. Because it goes both ways. So if you like, so that is the asking thing for this film. Let me know where you stand on when it comes to that. Alright, I'll see you later. Jordan Mulan Long, and I'll see you later. Goodbye.